now. Is going to be first here, Craig. You called before we even started, and I respect that. So welcome into your Miller Lite Postgame Show. What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
I've been better, man. You know what? If this is the worst it gets for me, I got a pretty good life. What's up?
Hey.
You called the right number.
Yeah. Bad deal. Had to sit around and table with a bunch of Kentucky fans and let them
Goodbye.
What's on your mind about this one tonight, buddy? Yeah, go on. What's on your mind about this one tonight?
Hey.
You know what? As I feel, I've been trying to
Goodbye.
But, after getting embarrassed like that, I don't want to watch it no more. We need a little meanness about them. Goodness gracious. How do we get people like that? That just don't make no sense to me. They out-prepared us. They out-bustled us. They out-athletic. Everything. They just beat the hell out of us. I don't watch it no more. Give us a new coach. We got to make some changes from the top down, and let's do it now.
I appreciate the call there, Craig. Thanks for waiting. And I know that what Craig just described, a lot of you went through being around the table on Thanksgiving, around people who, when they talk about sports, you cannot stand. They've been tweeting at me for well over an hour. I'm aware of what you went through. And the football staff gave you nothing to work with after this one. All of the laziest tropes about SEC and all that stuff, man, it was all out there tonight. And even though it's probably not true, it was true over here. It was true in Cardinal Stadium tonight. And that's on Scott. That's on Scott. Mark Stoops is not a great coach, but he definitely knows how to get a team ready to play this game. I sat in the press box next to a beat writer who covers UK, who I consider a very good friend, and he said it explicitly multiple times. Like, Stoops really cares about this game.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can convict Scott in court about really caring about this game. I don't know what you would present as your evidence. Because this is twice.
3 times,
This is
Mark.
twice. This is the second time after acknowledging you definitely booted it last time.
3 times, Mark.
That team over there looks bigger, looks more prepared.
It's only twice on
Looks
the
meaner.
field.
Looks better. I think Louisville fans could have lived with losing, going down swinging, but this was pure. This was total. This was a complete systems failure all the way around. And that's what people could not live with. It's bad enough to lose, but to lose in such a way that you look like you weren't ready. You didn't want to be there. You didn't have any answers. Your whole MO of doing things got undressed. And that's why when people are like, hey, I don't want to watch this anymore, as he just said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want. That's how you get here. When nothing works and you look like you got no answers, what is the answer other than that? 81-50-93-9 as people continue to file out of Cardinal Stadium here. Dan is up next. Dan, welcome into your Miller Lite Postgame Show. What's up?
Hey, Mark, you're on a roll, brother. You're spitting out everything that I'm thinking. I'm going to cut through the chase here. Tonight was about as bad could get. I don't really know any other way to put it. People are going to call in and they're going to talk about, the defense. They're going to talk about the secondary play calling. They're going to break the game down. I know that's what we do on sports radio. I get it. I understand that. But it was obvious tonight. We do not have Power 5 athletes. We don't have them. Kentucky tonight, and they're not the only team throughout the year. They're bigger, stronger, faster, meaner, better. Now, Satterfield has not recruited to that level, and I don't think he can recruit to that level. No 4 or 5 star athlete, whatever star they have, is waiting to play for Scott Satterfield. On top of that, I think Scott Satterfield has one foot out the door. I don't think he likes it here in Louisville. You know, I can go on and on.
Who cares?
But every time, you know, on the running backs, it looked like your dad out there with a bunch of kids hanging on his leg trying to tackle him. I mean, that's the stark contrast to what went on tonight.
Miller,
you know,
listen.
who wants to start over from scratch?
Miss 13 miler, you've been riding for Sat harder than anybody. Don't try to make it about me and Steve.
Scott Satterfield is not going to get it done. You know, and then people want to talk about
Giving a man an opportunity is not
there's only one guy
flip flopping.
and you know, take us for what you want. There's only one guy who is going to stay in Louisville, loves Louisville, knows Louisville, and you know what I'm talking about. Why put us through all this pain of another year? Go ahead and pull the string.
There it goes. Let it happen naturally. I'm going to break something in here. There you go, y'all.
Right from the start, they got the ball first, drove down the field in about 5 or 6 plays and scored a touchdown, and that was, you know, pretty much what was going to be happening the rest of the game. You know, our offense answered, which was great. We came back down and had to put together a nice drive, tied it up 7-7, and you know, really didn't do much after that offensively. Defense couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. And,
Keeps going back to defense.
Quarterback. The difference in the game was their quarterback's legs.
You couldn't move the ball, coach.
Much of that this season, but he did a great job running the Q draws and some scrambles for first downs, and you know, I think he ended up with 4 touchdowns tonight. You know, rushing the football, which you know, obviously is not good. I think you know, we just wasn't our night tonight, and you know, give them all the credit for that.
I saw that, Chris.
Cameron to Curry General. When you mentioned the scoring drive. After that scoring drive, 6 drives and get 112 yards. And
I wanted to make sure I gave a toast to BBN
what do you think? I mean, was it lack
before I started drinking.
What do you think?
But let's get this out the way first.
No, I think I just think they were better than us tonight. You know, they put it on us. They blocked us better.
Not tonight.
Good. We couldn't get off the field on 3rd
Not
down.
tonight.
Offense, we couldn't get in your rhythm. You know, they had the ball most of the first half, and you know, it was just one of those nights. It was just snowballing.
No, it wasn't one of those nights.
If you're not doing something good on one
No,
side
it wasn't.
of the ball, you hope the other side picks you up. And that didn't happen tonight. You know, after minus the first drive, then it was just a little bit of snowballing on both sides, not knowing what they needed to do. And I thought we had good prep this week. Our guys were focused. They came in.
Good call.
I thought we had a good plan.
Work on personal
You
growth.
know, I just think they executed a lot better. They blocked us a lot better than we blocked, and they tackled a lot better than we were tackling.
That's a conversation, Kevin. We're gonna have it. We're gonna talk about all this, y'all. Hey, y'all share this video too. Share the video, like it. Oh, actually, if you're on Facebook, Facebook, y'all got to get off and go to Made for the Ville, because I'm gonna be speaking a lot freer. So I got to get off Facebook. So you go to youtube.com/Made for the Ville. Put it in here real quick. People, y'all can share it if you want.
They're hitting hitches and going, get 10, 12, 14, 16 yards.
He keeps talking about defense.
And that was just keeping on track. The next thing you know, you're right down the field, and you're in red zone, and you're scoring. So,
everybody on Facebook,
I think they were blocking us good.
write that address down.
I do know there were times we're out of our gaps, and a linebacker doesn't fit right. Then there it goes to the next level. And that happened on a couple of those touchdown runs. We're playing pass while linebackers are running out. They're going to draw right.
Yeah, I'm listen. I'm gonna start talking freely. If y'all give me 5 minutes.
I would need to do a lot better with our scheme.
Scott, Kentucky went with a lot of formations, especially in the first half, and they seem to have a lot of different sets.
Lauren, I don't even want to play the sound, dear.
Formations. Is there anything they did tonight that you guys hadn't seen on film before?
I don't know if there's any particular thing. I thought they just executed. I thought they did a good job with their zone scheme. Counter. That's what they run. I think they probably ran a quarterback more tonight than what they normally run their quarterback. I think that was probably a big difference. And something that they saw on film where they felt like they could do that. To get him loose, and which ultimately, 4 touchdowns was a huge impact on this football game. But again, give them credit.
This is 3 times in a row. The game has been really lopsided. You weren't here for the first one, of course, but it's over 1,200 rushing yards.
But they would have did it last year too.
Touchdowns. Is there just a physical mismatch in this rivalry
Yes.
now? Are you not able to compete with their front 5?
I don't know about 3 years ago. The first year, it was. I think.
And 3 years later.
In that first year, for sure, when we played them down there on their side, and when they couldn't throw the football then, we knew they were going to run it. Just didn't stop them, didn't tackle well, didn't fit well. Tonight, it was different tonight. I do think they blocked us well tonight, but I don't think it's a physical mismatch tonight. I think we did not fit good tonight. And
What about your
go
offense?
back and watch the film.
You scored 14 points.
It's hard to sit here and know. I know there were holes. I know there were guys running free. The quarterback ran. One of the plays on 3rd down, we brought pressure, and he spins out of a tackle. When he picks up a big first down.
He's throwing them under the bus.
That's not a physical mismatch, it's a missed tackle. So I think we had several of those this evening. I thought that we didn't tackle well.
Scott, you mentioned earlier this week with different facets the importance of this game.
Cheers to BBN.
Last 2 weeks it looked like you guys had turned the corner. Does this change your outlook on what this season has been, or I guess just change your outlook?
I think it was a bad night for us. And I hate the fact that it was senior night against Kentucky. I think that it was a bad night, but it was.
Wasn't a bad night.
But this night does not speak of what we've done this season.
You're wrong.
We've been in almost every game we've played. I guess minus the 2 SEC games we played.
In every game, that's the standard.
Kentucky and everything in between, we've been right there. And we won 6, we lost 3 by a slim margin.
Still repeating that.
So I think we're getting better as a football team, as a program. We got a lot of young players. It'll be great for us these next 3 or 4 weeks to practice with these guys and continue to get better. I think these guys will be eager and hungry to get out there and work and to continue to improve. It was a bad night. It wasn't good.
This season there was a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. As you reflect back on the year and think about the progress that you made, are you satisfied even coming off of a night like this?
Okay, Jason, you made a
No, I'm
move.
not satisfied.
Yeah, Chad, 100%.
Just like everybody else.
It's coming.
Working hard every day to get better, and we got better this year. Compared to the last year, we got a lot better, and we're still not where we want to be. We want to continue to get better. We want to continue to improve. Continue to get players.
Oh.
So I don't think you're ever satisfied unless you win it all.
That sucks.
Scott, back to back.
Okay.
You came off multiple wins.
Okay, Chad.
You won 2 in a row, and you had a big win over Syracuse, and then obviously last week you had a big win over Duke. You know, what's the difference with Kentucky? It seems like going into this big game.
Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna unload. Just sit tight. I promised myself I would drink 1 glass of champagne to thank BBN for doing this, because this had to be done.
You know, and it wasn't just one side of the ball. I think had it been one side of the ball that doesn't play well.
It's the last time we're gonna listen to him, Doug. This is the last time we're gonna hear him ever again. So don't worry about it.
And when that happens,
this will be a lasting memory.
It's not gonna be a good outcome. I think you know, for whatever reason, we didn't put it together on offense or defense, and this is what ended up happening.
What's good, Jordan?
We watched the film and have a little bit more to say about it after that to see exactly where we were at, you know, what happened tonight. But nothing went good for us tonight. Everything went well for them, but I give them the credit, you know, that they
of course you do.
And they came and outplayed us tonight. So disappointing, but we'll get better, and we'll look forward to the bowl practice. All right, thanks, guys.
Really?
Sure, that was your Scott Satterfield post game press conference, and he would have been.
So that was good.
Doing that. I don't really know
Nope.
how else to describe what I just listened to, but if you hadn't, he lost more people with that. A couple of things. Even if it's true, it is that you played really well, except for the 2 SEC teams. I think it's probably not a great idea to stand up at the podium post-game and say that. And laugh while saying it. It's not funny. Also, I do not believe that I heard that man stand at the podium and say that they were surprised by the quarterback running, that Will Levis hadn't really done that much this year. The man had 5 rushing touchdowns this year. He has 275 yards. He runs the ball 7-8 times a game.
Troy.
Like 78 carries coming into this.
You gotta listen. I told him I'd give him 1 glass.
Also,
I told myself I was gonna give him 1 glass.
They know what DJ Uiagalelei did. And
Right.
every single one of those runs looked exactly like that.
Steve's not in good shape.
So I don't think he did himself a whole lot of favors with that press conference.
Brad, it's pitiful.
And I am watching Mike Gundy run off the field with a giant cowboy hat on in celebration, and I am jealous of every ounce of that, even though he's crazy. All right.
I hope.
8150.
They deserve it.
93.9 is the number if you would like to get in here. As Louisville gets shellacked.
They did us a favor.
Certainly what that post-game press conference sounded like.
Mr. Holt, they did us a favor.
Until he lives this game and that discussion of this game down. Brad is up next.
No.
Brad, thanks for waiting. Welcome into the Miller Lite Postgame Show. What's up?
Hey, Mark. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like that press conference was embarrassing to listen to. And I mean, and this is someone.
I can, Mike Show.
You know,
We almost there, y'all. Lauren bought me a drink. Lauren, so the first drink is going to be to you, dear. But do I have to play the cards chant? Do I have to?
But I'm going to be completely honest.
I will, Doug. One or two more shots. 1 or 2 more shots. If you can hold out with me.
And I mean, they got whatever they wanted. I mean, you just knew it was going to be bad. And as bad as that post-game press conference,
I disagree, Maurice.
and I mean, it was bad, like you just mentioned. But he finally, and it felt like he finally was throwing some shade at Brian Brown. And
No, yeah.
you know,
To get himself off the split.
critical of both Scott and Brian.
No. I'm not saying a move has been made. It's not an inside scoop. I'll explain. I'll explain.
All right, maybe this is going to change. But from the very strong game, you just throw all that out the window. And I finally, in that press conference, as bad as it was, and I mean, it was bad. It was cringy.
Okay, I'm catching up.
You finally could feel Scott throwing shade at Brian Brown. I mean,
No, finally. He's been doing that the whole time.
if I'm wrong, but from the start of it, you could just hear in his voice that he felt like we were going to be better.
He's been blaming him all year.
From
He's been blaming them all year. That's nothing new.
It was one of those.
Last one, I told myself I would drink a glass for BBN. We needed it, y'all. We needed this to happen. We needed it to happen. Jordan, love you too, man. Keep up the good fight.
And honestly, as much as it pains me to say this, tonight was worse than 2018.
Yes.
And it was worse than 2019. And I was at both of those games, froze my ass off both of those games.
Oh, don't worry about that.
And tonight,
no, Lauren, I get what you're saying. But it had to happen.
I mean, when it was 14-7,
it had to happen.
You knew the game was over. I mean, you just.
Okay, let me do this. Let me go grab a. Let me go grab a glass.
You know, at times this year
Okay, let me go grab a proper drink. When I come back, if y'all want me to turn it off, I'll turn it off. And we can go to work. We'll be able to go to work right when I get back.
It sucks, Mark. It sucks. And I don't know what to say.
Let me run into the kitchen. Everything's clean.
It sucks. And there's no coming back from this. You know, you can go to a bowl game and you can beat East Carolina or you can beat
It'll be easy though, big picture.
And you know this.
Just sit tight, y'all.
There's nothing you can do to bounce back from that.
I'm coming right back.
And it sucks.
Mike, listen, I appreciate the call there. When they open up a phone line, thank you for the call. So you just have to claim there. There's nothing you can do to bounce back from this. And so that's kind of the question I think I would like to throw out to all of you. Is there nothing that can be done in your mind short of getting rid of the entire thing from Scott down to come back from this? Would it not sell you enough?
Okay.
For him to.
This is how we do it, y'all.
Changes on the defensive side.
This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna do it. There you go. Make sure we got it all nice and feeling good. This is how we're gonna do it, y'all. What we're gonna do is, I'm not playing the post game. I don't want to take away from the streams. So if y'all want to hear Mark on his streams and you want to hear me simultaneously, you got to do that with your phones and play his stream in the background. Because, you know, I get it. I know what they're saying. Like I said, I don't want to hurt the station streams, but I'm going in a different direction now. First of all, well, thank you, Card. Thank you, good sir. You know what it is? I don't know if I told y'all this before, but what it is this is normally a regular bucket hat that falls to the ground like a fisherman's hat. But what you do is you starch it up real good. You starch it up, and then it turns into more like a cowboy. So y'all ain't know about that. Your boy Maven, he knows how to work the starch. So that's right there. Okay, so what we do is, okay, we want to do big picture. No, Enzo, I listen. Enzo, you're wrong. Unfortunately, you're wrong. You're listen. You're right, but you're wrong for the right reasons. You're right, but you're wrong for the right reasons. Lauren supports the channel, y'all. She gets the first cheers, the first Again, thank you everybody for hitting the like button and supporting the channel and all that good stuff. So, Enzo, this is the deal. We had off seasons, we had summer workouts, we had everything, right? Big picture. What we saw today was what we all saw early on. I talked about it. I talked about the big butts. I talked about it. Here's the thing. We had an off season, and all we heard is speed, 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 speed. Nobody gained weight other than Ashton Galati. Ashton Galati is a cross trainer. Ashton Galati found out, what am I going to have to do to be an NFL player? You're going to have to put on 60 pounds. Self-motivated, Ashton Galati put on 50 pounds. He did that on his own. Every single other one of those players came back faster, came back with some biceps, came back with the same legs, the same lower body, and we knew it. And we knew Satterfield was going to play with speed. But we also know, being an intelligent fan base, speed, every school in the country can bring in fast defensive linemen. That's why they're fucking 3-stars. Because they're fast in high school. And they can make plays in high school. Because they're fast. You don't become a 4-star or 5-star until you realize, okay, this guy has a frame and is willing to put on 80 more pounds. Or is already 380 pounds and you slim him down to 340 in college. Y'all knew the moment we saw our defensive lineman, you knew something didn't feel right. When he said, oh, these guys are fast, we all came here to the midnight show and said, okay, Satterfield, but here's the thing. Nobody was unfair. Especially around me. Like, no, we all said, I mean, listen, some people, Satterfield's just not the guy, but you didn't have a guy in mind. I always say, okay, if he's not the guy, tell me you got a guy in mind, or tell me why he's not the guy. And if you just say, oh, he's Appalachian State, but you don't have a particular, example, I don't really debate that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with that. But we saw it. We saw a full, accessible offseason, and all he said is guys can really run. We didn't watch anybody get big. Josh Minkins has been here long enough to be a lot bigger. We've had guys that's been here long enough. Satterfield's been here 3 years. And nobody has put on any weight other than people put on some muscle, but no girth, no weight, no true linemen. Y'all, you can't beat any programs without 6 or 7 linemen. That's why Kentucky could sit in a cover 3 or cover 4 and rush with 4 linemen all day long. Listen, it doesn't matter if you can run fast, if you can push the offensive fucking line right back into Malik's lap. If Malik got to throw on his back foot on an out route, you set your quarterback up to be a bad quarterback. You set him up. You set your team up. This is nothing new. Like, Brian Brown's defense isn't something new to you. Your offseason workout is something new. You didn't even think it was a good idea exposure-wise to have a spring game. You just were not ready to see quarterbacks that are of a different level. And we're talking about decent quarterbacks make your defense look like shit. Decent defenses with decent 4-man down linemen make your offense look dumb as fuck. Everybody has seen it. Listen, and I'll move it up the ladder, listen, again, we've given leeway. We said, listen, Coach Satterfield, you are doing good with here. You are doing good with here. But in the, but we said it. Hey, you did that against Duke. You did that against Syracuse. I don't know if that was just the Lamar effect and the Duke game. Maybe Duke is trapped. And maybe your play calling changes when you think you got the advantage. Now, I'm not going to say like mean things about your, I'm not going to say words like punked and stuff like that. But it's like your play calling, you looked like a coward the way you were play calling. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, I would be able to I would tell my child this. Hey man, you look like you didn't want to smoke. I would tell, fortunately, my child never looked like a punk, but anybody watching that, commentators, experts, they say, no, Satterfield, we watched your play calling against teams you could bully around. You're throwing it. The first time you can't bully somebody, you punk out. You punked out. Your play calling, you were scared to press their defense. You were scared to throw in it. You were scared to call. You were scared to call plays and throw in to tight windows. Just listen, y'all. If you went to the game or if you've ever went to a game, our lady that's in here, Michelle Lear, she is one of the people that keep y'all safe when you're parking your cars and keeping you together. So everybody, please, 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 whatever your drink of choice, whatever your cigar or whatever of whatever your evening relaxing thing of choice is, your Percocet, whatever it is, just cheers, Michelle. You're doing a great job. We ride with you. Here's the point, though. It wouldn't matter if you had a 4-star lineman if you just wanted him to be fast, Enzo. That's my thing. A 4-star lineman that Satterfield recruits is useless against UK unless you realize the importance of him putting on 50 pounds. Popeye Williams looks like Popeye Williams is kind of like Dwayne Sutton right now. And think about that. Popeye Williams looks like Dwayne Sutton. Dwayne Sutton's a 2-guard. That's what Popeye Williams looks like. Not even as big as Dwayne Sutton. But if Popeye Williams comes here as a freshman, he's a 4-star. He can't impact this game out here for another 3 years. And if Satterfield's only worried about Popeye Williams' speed, there's nothing you can do with the 4-star if you're not putting size on him. Popeye Williams has the perfect frame to gain 50, 60 pounds. But it's not important to Satterfield. That's why I said you're wrong. That 4-star is useless. I mean, it's good to have for another coach. But for Satterfield and crew, it's useless. A 4-star defensive lineman is a waste of time. Unless you're like Ashton. And actually, Popeye Williams has an OG, from the Colts. So his OG might be able to tell him. But you see that's coming from outside. You have to have somebody outside giving you advice. That was a weird noise. I never heard that noise before. And here's the thing. When you're talking about coaches, okay, y'all remember what I said? I said Satterfield is a good placeholder until you find a coach. Listen, he can win you 6 to 8 games. He's a good placeholder. But here's where I was wrong. I said Satterfield is good enough to where you can't fire him and have a coaching search. That's what I thought. I no longer feel that Satterfield, he's not worth keeping. That game was so bad. I could deal with another crappy coach swinging for the fences. I can deal with another offensive minded crappy coach before I could deal with Satterfield and that same 8 play calling. So he has put himself in a position to where you cannot keep him as the leader of this team. And y'all listen, and here's the thing. I've seen, the people trying to double it down. And listen, they're trying to put it out there that Satterfield is unfireable, right? Now, this is just my opinion. They're putting it out there that he's unfireable because you want the fire Satterfield to go away. You want the Brom talk to go away, all that stuff. From whatever rumor mills come from the school and wherever it gets leaked. But what I'm telling you is if you keep Scott Satterfield, Marcus Maven's opinion is 2 things. You're not invested in the program. You're not invested in the sports program. And number 2, you're not fundraising. Because here's the problem. If it's true, we don't have $3 million to buy Satterfield out. And I don't see you out here kicking down every door, having fundraiser events, having auctions, having dinners, we should be hearing about all the new partnerships with companies and stuff. We should be hearing about all that. So listen, if you're sitting in there and you tell me the funds are getting low because of COVID, but I don't see you out there, what was it called? Beating the pavement. Like every other athletic director does. Listen, other athletic directors do it when we're winning. We're losing. And you're not out there beating the pavement for every dollar, trying to make every booster happy, trying to, I should see happy boosters being treated a different way, especially if the rumor is true and we don't have money. I'm not saying that's true. But what I'm saying is you're literally just bankrupting the program. If you tell me that we don't have $3 million to buy out a coach after you saw that shit out there today, and you didn't let somebody buy the stadium rights for a season, you could have sold the stadium name rights for 1 season. There's a million ways to raise $3 million at a university. And this is a fact, and I don't care. Okay, I don't have to explain how I know. I know all the ways that athletic directors can raise money for their athletic program. And $3 million is not a lot of money. So either your university is being bled dry, or they're literally trying to just not have to work. I don't want to fire Satterfield, so I'm gonna just make a $300,000 move. I'm gonna use the money I stole from Mac to pay a new defensive coordinator extra $50,000 and just replace Brown but keep Satterfield. Listen, your university is under full outside control if that happens. Because no athletic director, no president, no board, no EULA board, there is no board that has the best interest of the university. There's no established position. There's no front office position that makes decisions that would say this is okay. This is the one event that can't happen. Listen. Your program will die if he coaches another game here. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. You can't fire a 35-year-old Brian Brown and think that's going to change people's opinion. These season ticket holders have been here for centuries. I've been here. We know what an AD that cares looks like. We know what fundraising looks like. We know what tough decisions look like. We cover the detail. Listen, the same thing that pisses us off about Tim Sullivan, Eric Crawford, Matt Jones. Everybody has the inside details of the program. But that's why we know what it looks like when an AD and a president and everybody else in the board is running the program like a program. We know what it looks like. We've seen it. So you can't do oh, you don't know, my job has a lot of interesting things. No. You go raise money all the time. You make friends with Dr. Mark Lynn. You work with them. You make business deals with big companies and you sell. You listen. You go to Adidas. You offer Adidas the naming rights to the stadium. You make deals. We're not making deals. We're not. Our war chest should be crazy. Like y'all see these games like. No, it starts with development. I bet. I saw that. I heard that too. No. Listen, he thought he could take all the aspects of the program from Appalachian State because they played good. They stayed in the game against Tennessee, or they played good against Georgia. But it's like, listen, my son told me they played hard and they played disciplined. He told me that about Satterfield. That's what was making me willing to give him a chance. But also, like, coach, they don't game plan for Appalachian State. So all these preseason money games you were playing, nobody was game planning for you. They were looking for, I mean, they looked at a couple things. They weren't game planning like you're important. Hey, y'all, there is, again, I'll repeat it. If it hurts your feelings, then fuck you. You saw the product. You saw the product on it. Hi, Steven. I'm on live. You want to say hello to everybody?
Yes, I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, man. So I was just listening.
What do you think about Sat's post game, first and foremost?
I mean, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I don't know what to say. He's an ignorant human being to the coaching. To coaching here.
At this level.
Yeah, I think he is, or I don't even know if it's at this level or if it's just here at the University of Louisville, man. I'm like, I don't, but I mean, that was the worst. I mean, that was just the worst.
Steve, there's nobody that could have watched that product and said he can coach one more game here at the University of Louisville.
No.
I mean, you could, if you look at the effort level of your players in the two rivalry games, that's enough alone to say you can't be here. Much less all the other mistakes he made all year.
Yeah, and then you definitely can't be out here saying, you know, a credit to them. We didn't know Will Levis was a runner. When he say, then he was like, you know, I don't think it was physical. I just think we didn't make tackles. Yes, because they were physically better and ran over you. Yeah, that's why you missed tackles. It's pathetic, man. Like, I really think, look, Vince Tyra needs to move quick.
ASAP.
Like, you need to fire this dude, like,
ASAP. Because if you dick around, Steve, dick around, this fan base is going to know you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I know.
You have no idea what you're doing.
No.
Because, like I said, we've seen a product. Did you agree with what I said as far as, like, we saw Jurich? Listen, when we had money, he's out there making deals. When we didn't have money, he's making deals. Yeah. They were always everyone in that staff was always working to raise money to put together boards to raise more money, put together stuff to raise. Like, no, I better not hear another rumor. Listen, this is not COVID. This is not COVID related.
No, and especially when you have guys publicly like Jonathan Blue and guys like that are, I mean, he put it on Twitter, so I'll put that.
Yeah, no, he cares.
But you have guys publicly, there's big money guys that are saying, okay, it's time to, this regime's got to go.
Yeah, and as a booster, when you say that, as Vince, I got to come to you and say, okay, so are you willing to help?
Well, yeah, because when you're saying that, you're saying I'm willing to help.
Yes.
That's the thing, and it's like, listen, like I mean, and we can stop sugarcoating it. I really don't care. I mean, at all. Like I mean, there's nothing to sugarcoat here, dude. Brahms' buyout goes down to $1 million here in about 2 weeks. You go, take that buyout, you pay Sad off, you do your thing, boom, boom, you're out. Brahm wants to come here, get him here, and let's go. Like, let's go. And let's just say, okay, look, we all messed up here.
He just beat him. He just beat their rival by 35 points.
Yeah, no, come on. I mean, it plays in a conference 15 times tougher than ours. It's got an 8-win season, beat 2 top 5 teams. Like, I don't know what to say, but I'm not selling Brahm.
Right.
I mean, look, he's a good fit here, except for the few idiots that are just dug in on Twitter, and I mean, I'm okay if somebody says like,
yeah, you can challenge the hire. Like, I'm okay with that.
He's not my number one guy. I would go, but when you come at me, the only 2 things you have are
he told us no.
He told us no, or you're stupid. We should hire Luke Fickell. Yes, Luke Fickell, who's in the playoffs, going to the Big 12 next year. Yes, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, let's go get that guy.
Yeah, we're saying Brahm as far as available to us, where we have an inside job. It's like going after a recruit that you know likes you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, come on. I mean, yes, okay, yes.
Yeah, Nick Saban would be a great addition to our university.
Right. Yes, I'll take Luke Fickell over Brahm. Is that what you want me to say? Yes, I would probably take Luke Fickell over Brahm.
Right.
Okay, you win. The shot getting you. So, I mean, y'all want to do we want to do this, or do you want to be realistic here? Like, or if you enjoyed tonight, we can do that for another 6-7 years. Maybe this was fun to you. Maybe you're a sadist. I don't know.
But again, Steve, listen. I think it was Maestro. I want your opinion, kind of neutral. Well, I can't be so neutral because you know how I feel about this. Okay, they say recruiting, right? And I say, outside of Ashton Galati, what good will recruiting do if he's only working on speed of your defensive lineman? If size and development isn't important, just go grad transfer and get somebody in. Like, what good is that? What good is your recruiting improvement?
Right. No, yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I'm sorry, Yasir Abdullah has not, other than muscles, he has not put on any size.
I know.
Like his biceps, but skinny people get biceps like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Would you agree? Would you agree that Dwayne Sutton is bigger than Popeye Jones?
Popeye Williams, you mean?
Popeye Williams. Sorry.
I was gonna say he's not bigger than Popeye Jones. Yeah, it's your brother. Sorry, I'll let the baby nap now, but I'm in for it tonight.
Yeah, your hands full.
Yeah. But yes, I would.
Yeah, but you get my point. It's like, I don't want to hear about your 4-star defensive line recruit that looks like a basketball 3-man. You know what I'm saying? Like, really making a big impact in the next 2 years.
Right.
Like, dude, the dude you got on your team ain't putting on no weight. So why? Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just saying, and I mean, dude, we saw the teams today. Like, you look less imposing than Kentucky. I mean, like,
by a huge margin.
Yes, so bringing in the same dudes, like, it's just not going to work, man.
No. And again, you saying bringing in the same. I'm saying no. the way you run your dietary program, your strength and conditioning program. These dudes that you already got, they should be 50. Most of them should be 30 to 50 pounds heavier. And anybody that's been here for 2 years, Steve, should be 50 pounds heavier.
Oh, I agree.
Or 30.
But I'm saying just bringing in dudes that's got a frame that's already bigger. You know, I mean,
but
that's like right now. Like, okay, on top of Papa Williams, they're going after a 4-star. He's a 4-star defensive end out of Indy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big, tall, lanky defensive end.
Right.
But he's 4-star. But I'm like, okay, well, what's that going to win you? But I'll say this though, man. You lose. I'll take it completely off the players, off the field. If I've just got a guy there that connects, that I'm behind, then that stadium tonight, okay, Kentucky's going to come in here and win. They're going to have to come in here and win.
And come through all of us.
Loud, ruckus stadium. Because I've watched the Louisville fan base before. I've watched it with my own eyes.
In losing years.
Yeah, well, I'm saying even in basketball, and I'm not comparing basketball fandom to football.
Right.
But I mean, I've watched the crowd say, "No, we're not losing tonight.
Yeah.
This is not happening." Okay. They will show up in their football games, man. If you just had instead. I mean, that place was already down near 50-50. And then, I mean, you know, the fans are just like, whatever. Half the fans don't really care. Half the fans, you know, everybody wants to win, of course, but.
Yeah, again, Steve, I poured a glass of champagne. Thank you, BBN, for exposing this and leaving no doubt in anybody with a pulse or a neuron firing in their brain that this guy will not be a good coach here at the University of Louisville. They left no doubt about it in our brain. So I literally am thankful because I'm like, now I can focus my attention on management and coaches and because it's almost like now you can weed out who doesn't know what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I know Coach Brown can't coach here. You know, he has some good schemes. He has some stuff. I know the way we like our special teams, our kicker. Just by the way, an extra point is an adventure at Louisville. I know our special teams is shit with the kicking. I know Coach Satterfield talks bad about the defense every time he fucks up the game.
Yeah.
Satterfield, you fucked up Virginia. You didn't say I messed it up. I got conservative. You went straight to, we were hoping our defense made a stop at the end of the game.
Oh, I know.
We were up 25 points and you scored 3 more points, Scott.
I know.
Don't come, listen, there is no separation between church and state when it comes to you and your defensive coordinator.
No. But, you know, I mean, listen, he's also got, and this is why I say maybe he's fine for another, maybe it's not this level. Maybe it's just here. And the reason I say that is, even if he wins, say he beats Virginia, say he beats Clemson, and then say he wins another, and we're an 8-win team. This was still going to happen, Steve. This tonight was still going to happen. Because we said it game 1. And listen, that's why I say, here, I don't care how many wins you got. This was going to happen. Well, no, I'm saying it can't happen. Kentucky football cannot look. They barely beat Chattanooga, Steve. They're not that good. And you just made them look and feel, and yes, that matters. You made them look and feel like they're good. No, you know what you turned them into?
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna say this out loud. You turned him into Big Brother overnight.
Oh yeah.
Overnight, you turned him into Big Brother.
Because we already know what we're fighting in basketball. We
Mm-hmm.
know that. Look, they're one of the top programs ever.
Yep.
Like Cal's going to get a bunch of talent. We know that
you didn't,
it's not an uphill battle.
Scott,
but
you didn't know. Scott, you've been here 3 years and you didn't know why we hadn't played them 70 times. And you've been here 3 years.
I know.
Steve, I knew that in 3 months here.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we need that beat down to see who's acceptable or who's okay with it. And listening to his post game, he kept saying tonight. Like nothing out there said tonight.
No.
Everything we saw today was programmed. Like I said, I looked at power lifters over there walking around that sideline.
I know.
My strength and conditioning coach, like, dude, you don't come on now. Everybody on that team can fuck you up. They had your nose bleeding at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, your sideline looks weak as fuck.
I know.
Yeah, just like and I'm not being mean. Like, again, like I'm just being like, hey, if y'all want to do, it's like, but like you said it, Steve. And here's my response to what you're saying, Steve, is y'all either better be ready to fight now or enjoy shitty football because you like just because you like the sport of football and you like uniforms.
That's my thing, and that's where I do, and I'm okay even saying this over with people listening right now. That's where sometimes the fan base drives me nuts because it's like instead of just saying yes, Brom is probably the best option that we can get. Instead, you just want to argue about Brom. It's not about anything else. So I'm like, okay, so do you just want to argue about Brom, or do you want to make the program better? Like, or you just want to? No, I don't want Brom. I'm dug in the sand. Okay, so who do you want? And every time I ask that question, like I said, I get
just not Brom.
Okay, or just not Brom. Okay, well, what do you want? Who do you want? Luke Fickle. Okay, you can't get in. Okay, so you're happy. You're cool with this. So basically, that's where we end back up at. So you're cool with this. Somebody wrote me today, Dan Mullen. Okay, Dan Mullen. Okay, Dan Mullen's lost to Kentucky at Florida twice in the last 3 years. That's what you want? He can't beat them.
Dan Mullen literally has the hottest recruiting base in the fucking United States of America and can't beat Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay, let me bring Charger. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, dude, you're in Florida and can't beat him. You think he's gonna beat him here? So it's like that's what I'm saying. So it's like, no, you would just rather get on Twitter. And again, like I said, I hate even saying that because, and I hope people listening understand that I know.
Not trying to be necessarily offensive.
Majority is not on Twitter. Majority is not, Cards fan 725 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I tweeted a guy today, but I think he was a Kentucky fan. He said something about, two choices. Winners live in Norton Commons, so either A, you got to pick the catch, or B, you run out. I was like, or C, do what I want.
Right.
And he wrote something back. And I was like, no, I just wanted you to know that you physically can't remove me from anywhere. So. And
you get the heavy block. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I didn't even block this one. I was just like, no, I just want you to know over public forum that like you physically couldn't remove me from any space on this earth.
Yeah, whoever you are.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why are we just? I mean, do we just want to argue about who the next coach is, or do we want? I mean, like, do y'all not agree? I mean, I'm literally asking you
again.
Like, am I crazy?
Today was the first day, Steve. I said, I can do a coaching search.
No, I do agree with that.
And think about how bad this is, Steve. I'm telling you, I can do a coaching search, and Vince Tyree is still the athletic director. And I'm saying I don't care. Normally, I would have said, "Hey, man, this is a big screw up." Now I'm skeptical about about your coach, but I'm like, okay, you've done well enough for me to leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? As far as hiring coaches, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But again, if you can look at that product, you're not connected to this university. If you can look at that product and say, okay, this can't happen. Like you can't have 60% Kentucky at game time and 88% Kentucky in the fourth quarter and realize you've literally lost the hearts and minds of a generation with this beatdown. That means you're not connected to this university. No, it's again. I'm not tripping, but I'm like, Jalen likes this university. But Jalen went to Tennessee. And Jalen Reeves-Maben would hope that Tennessee beats the fuck out of Louisville every time they play.
Oh yeah.
And he's a normal, level-headed kid. He's not mad at me or anything. You know what I'm saying? So would it be too much to say Tyree went to Kentucky and he played baseball 4 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't care if Kentucky beats the fuck out of where his dad was a great player at. But if your job,
I said, well, that's the nightmare. I mean,
yeah,
like that's
but your job is a caretaker of the University of Louisville. Like, and again, if people,
terrifying.
if people smell the lack of desperation to be a winner here, if people get a whiff of it, that's another 30% of your fan base gone until somebody new's in here.
Well, I agree, and that's why I think, man, like if you want to get this fan base back, because I'm telling you, man, you're probably not going to have a game next year with over 25,000 people. And it's like, dude, you want to get your fan base and do Coach Satterfield right. I mean, not that it should matter, but I mean, go ahead and get him out of here. Yeah, hey, and guess what? You're going to lose some players to transfer. You're going to. That's part of it, dude. But I mean, go ahead, let him go early, let him go look for a job, let him, look, and you're gonna pay his buyout. He's not going away empty-handed. You're not screwing him over. Like, it's gotta be done, man. Like you said, that makes me believe that you care.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, okay, now we're at the threat level of, I don't think you're a problem, but if you don't recognize this is a problem, then you're disconnected. You're disconnected from your job. And again, like I said, it's not personal. Like I think you're doing a decent job, but decent and caring about the job are two different things.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's like, if you're not like, and here's the thing too, we're gonna start hearing about his searches, and if his searches are just hire a $250,000 search firm to pick the next candidate and making calls, that's just another debt. That's another $250,000. Blah blah blah.
I know, and I need to feel like that you are upset tonight.
Yeah,
that
right.
You're not just a businessman running this thing.
Right. Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what? I won't say that's what it looks like. I'll say I won't blame somebody who's wondering right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
any AD knows. Right now, you just let Kentucky put up 50. Kentucky barely beat Chattanooga. You laid down from minute 8.
I know. Well, and then got in the press conference and said you didn't look good against SEC teams and chuckled. He chuckled, Marcus. He
me to have a laugh too? Look, my cousin texted me during the game today, and I hated it because I kind of agreed when he said it.
I'm listening.
One of the funnest games I've ever been to in my life was with my son, and I wouldn't take it back. It was that UCF game this year. It was top 10.
Okay.
It was top 10 game I've been to. My cousin texted me and said, I wish to God he had never intercepted that football. And I said, yeah, I think I agree.
We wouldn't be going to the bowl if he had intercepted that ball.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the bowl we're going to, right, is going to be like military against East Carolina.
In New York.
Fenway against SMU. Like, that's where we're headed.
And there's zero. There is absolutely zero you can do against a Conference USA / AAC team that would change any opinion about the coaching job that he does here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it's not even up for debate. Again, Steve, this goes back to us saying we watch running backs in our conference look for contact. Our running backs on our team, they tiptoe. That's a culture coaching issue.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's just like some things like you can just see. Listen, a kid finishing a play, you can see that at a high school level. Look, I can tell these kids are being taught to finish plays. Who's my big boy? They got into a couple of scraps. Renato. Renato's the only one here for the smoke.
Yeah.
They had 9. Now listen, let me be fair. They literally had 9 people out there that are facing rape charges and battery charges and fleeing the scene charges.
Yeah, we were playing actual criminals. I mean,
yes. So I will say that. Listen, Sat, I will give you about a 20% discount that you were playing against some people that should be in jail right now.
Yes.
Which means they're gonna play hard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I will give you. Yeah, some of those dudes are just wilding out. Like there's nothing you can do about that. They just lit, but they're too lit for college.
Yeah.
And they're too lit to be playing, but they're lit enough to play in the SEC. And
well,
go ahead.
Let me say this, and then I'm going to go to bed. We are going to tap that rear end up and rough, though.
Wait, Steve. I need you for about 90 more seconds.
Okay.
Steve, we just beat Mississippi State and Maryland with a coach who has never head coached a basketball team before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be careful with this basketball team.
I know.
Hit me up in the morning.
All right.
Later. That was Steve Rummage, everybody. That was Steve Rummage. Didi, what you talking about when you say come on? Listen, I mean, what do y'all think? Tell me what y'all think. Just making sure we got everything straight. What did y'all think? Use it. What's going on? I ain't see it here. Son goes to Butler. Did you agree with our conversation? Did you disagree? Fire him and live stream it. Gary Ramsey and George then retired. Yeah, and I had I think I saw Steve shouting for Bronx. I mean, just acknowledging that he's doing a poor job. He has to go soon. He has to go soon. Listen, there is no excuse for him to be the coach of this team. Not the bowl game. There is no justification. Y'all saw that out there. It doesn't matter that they're bigger, stronger, faster. We didn't step up to the challenge. Y'all have seen smaller teams. Bring it. Y'all know smaller teams will rather kill themselves than let this team run over them. This team wasn't willing to do that. They weren't willing to hurt themselves for this coach or this franchise. Hold on. Hold on. Vance Bedford. Jerry East can pay off the flex and carry with the university. I mean, you can just look at the product, y'all. Just look at the way the program looks. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. It's a bad product. I mean, like I said, just the way you're throwing the team under the bus. It's a bad product. Matt gonna come back pissed off. You know what, y'all? I'm starting to get drunk. Y'all, look. I was gonna say, don't donate anything for at least 5 minutes. Don't show the channel any more support, because if I got to take a shot on y'all behalf, I swear to God, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something I'll regret. I'm gonna start saying things. Use it. I might as well be rude. I might as well be. He does. I did see. Yeah, Blake and Baker does have to pay up. Ronnie, I know. It's like you saw it, Ronnie. You saw it. I don't even blame the kids. You saw a serious loser mentality out of our players. And I don't blame the players at all. Like I said, they've done enough not to make me go crazy just yet. Yeah, they were nice holes. But our guys weren't attacking. Go back and look at the first the I don't know if it's the first or the second touchdown. Jones is sitting right there. He sees the pocket open up. He sees the false step by the quarterback. He lets the pulling lineman come up in that hole. That's poor coach, poor aggression. That's not being ready. Like it was obvious. Some things are just obvious, y'all. Like, no, they're not ready to play football here. They got getting punked is obvious. It has nothing to do with the game plan. But the game plan speeds up the process of getting punked. Mississippi State punked you. They weren't that good. Kentucky punked you. Yeah, like I said, again, Lauren, Cashmere, Enzo, we needed this to know. We needed this to know. You know what it kind of looks like? Okay. Dealing with women from my point of view. I never got mad at guys that try to talk to my woman. Quote unquote my woman. If we're at a club, if we're at anywhere, I need to look at my woman's reaction. If a guy tries to talk to my woman and she's standing there open, and I don't mean open like cleavage open. I'm just saying if her whole body is interested in what this man got to say, there's a problem. If a dude tries to talk to a girl, like, don't get mad at the dude. Me getting mad at Kentucky would be like me getting mad at a dude who's trying to talk to my girlfriend or fiance or wife or anything like that, or love interest. You don't get mad at the dude. I'm not mad at Kentucky. Kentucky did exactly what they're supposed to do. Kentucky looked at our team and looked at our line and looked at our setup and looked at our plays. And Kentucky said, they fucking suck. They play kitty football. The Kentucky coach said they play kitty football and we're not going to pass the ball around. We're going to run our base offense and run that shit down their fucking gullet. That's exactly what Kentucky did. That game, as much as Kentucky is Kentucky, I had no problem. And then, late game, you're down 40 points. It's a 3rd and 8. You got the ball at the 50. Punt the fucking ball. Be a gentleman. I crushed Kentucky for trying to go for it late game like that. Dude, you don't have a chance. You ain't slowed us down all day. And you're going to try to go for it on 3rd and 8? Punt the ball and work on your special teams. And if I'm Kentucky, I'm like, oh, so you don't want to punt the ball? You want to leave your offense in there and try to make the score? The same thing I got mad at Kentucky about for Georgia. I said, your coach ain't shit for what he did. I would be a hypocrite for saying, dude, our coaching staff ain't shit for that. You're down 40 points and you try to go on 3rd and 8 from your own 50. Instead of punting the ball, let their 4-stringers get in and go against your backups. You didn't even listen. Mark Stoops wanted to get his 3rd and 4th string in so they could get some snaps against the University of Louisville. You owed that to him. They beat you so bad. You owed it. You owed it to Kentucky to let them get some backups in against your players so they can have pictures about the time we wasted Louisville. Now, I know you don't like it as a fan. I don't like it either. They fucked you up. Shut up. Shut up, punt the ball, and put your backups out there and let his 4th string get some pictures lined up against Louisville. That's some garbage ass Bush League football. And I saw it, and it was my team doing it, and that shit ain't okay. And if Vince Tyree, an athlete, if he didn't see that and recognize that as Bush League, you don't know what you're doing. Now, if he does recognize it, dude is gone. Dude is gone. Everybody knows that. You destroy a program. When your program not embarrasses, we played hard, but we lost by a lot, embarrasses the morals of your program. And me personally, I was embarrassed when they went for it on 3rd and 8. I was embarrassed for my program because you want them to quit, but you don't want to concede. You ain't shit. And this is my opinion. This is my sports opinion. I don't have a problem with anybody. It's not personal. If you don't want to, if you want the other team to let you get the first down so you can get some extra points, but you don't want to concede that they're better than you and they kicked your ass today, and you try to go for it on 38, I'd have fucking threw that ball all over the field. That's embarrassing. That's sports embarrassment. That's Division I. You don't get it. When the clock's running out and we're up 10, 9, 8, 7, and somebody steals the ball and goes to try to dunk, you a piece of shit. And I feel like on 3rd and 8, that's what we were doing. I'm embarrassed. I would apologize to Kentucky for going for that 3rd and 8. Y'all beat the fuck out of us. We needed that lesson. We needed you to expose our program. I hate it, but that's got to be done. And for you to go for it on 3rd and 8, not get it, and them to score on the first play, because it made the whole picture fit perfectly. Hold on, sorry, y'all. It's sad. Been done with side. I'm assuming you're saying done, not done. Lateral move, whatever, anything is an upgrade. Listen, the basketball shit was awesome. Like, are y'all ready to talk about the basketball? We can. Or listen, I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Y'all can buy me a drink or not. If you want to talk more football, we talk more football. If y'all want to buy me a drink, buy me a drink. If not, we'll keep rolling. Luke Fickle isn't coming here. No. Levis just scored again. Yeah. Listen, I would tell Deion Branch, don't you dare come here. I would tell Deion Branch, let the smoke clear. I would tell Deion Branch, let the smoke clear. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Get a couple cube ice. That's all. Hold on, y'all. I'm just pouring a quick one. Be right back in there in a couple seconds. changes are coming. Y'all don't worry. No way Vince can accept it, even if he knows. Are you sure? I mean, are you just confident? Hold on, y'all. I gotta speak to text because at this point I'm about to say anything. I don't want it to be heard on Facebook because it's honoring. Hold on. Oh God, they gave. Didn't that look like didn't that look like a 2-10 give up? Did that not look like that looked worse than a 2-10 give up? Y'all saw it with your own eyes. That looked worse. That looked worse than 2-10. And if the commentator said they look like they're trying and you still get wasted like that, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. So explaining it right. I can't be honest. Yeah, listen, man. The transfer portal, the transfer portal of dudes that are going to be ready to leave Louisville is going to look like pornography to other coaches. The players that are about to get in the transfer portal from the University of Louisville is going to look like online porn. Shit. Y'all, Steve is sad. Listen, y'all, Steve went and got his kids. Steve had his oldest boy and his youngest boy watching that game. It was the worst. Listen, Steve knew 10 minutes into the game. Steve knew 10 minutes into the game what it was going to look like. Steve's oldest son was sitting there. Come on, Conley. Come on, Conley. Let's go. And Steve was like, listen, Steve's on the phone with me, and his kid is yelling, come on, Conley, step up. Steve is like, he said, Marcus, do you hear this poor baby? He might have said, Marcus, do you hear this poor bastard? He has no idea what's going on. Let me tell you the funniest moment of watching the game with Steve. Let me tell you the funniest moment. I think, I don't know. Okay. We had the ball, and it was like 2nd and 3 on the goal line. Louisville had the ball. It was 2nd and 3 on the goal line. Right? Hold on. 2nd down and 3 to get in the end zone, right? And Steve looked at his child. It's 2nd and 3, and it's 2nd and a long 3, right? Steve looked at his child and said, son, this is what he said, y'all. Listen, I don't want to say God is my witness because I don't want to mistake 1 or 2 words, but I'm paraphrasing. God is my witness. We got the ball on the 3-yard line. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 2. Steve looked over at his son, and you know what he said? He said, son, if Malik Cunningham hands this ball off to somebody else, I'm going to go over that balcony and I'll jump off of it. I laughed on the phone. Steve said it again. Listen, it's 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 4. And he literally said again to his child, to his 11, 12-year-old child, I don't know how old Elijah is, but Steve said, son, if Malik hands this ball off to somebody else, I will run over to that balcony and I will jump off the balcony. And his son thought this was his chance to show dad he doesn't know what he's talking about. It happened. Steve said there is 0 chance that Malik hands this ball off. Are you telling me on a 2nd and 3 that Coach Satterfield took out his playbook? 2nd and 3, 2nd down, 3 yards to go. Satterfield looked at his playbook, covered his mouth like they do, and said, just have Malik jump over everybody. Ready, break. The play they called was Malik Cunningham trying to jump over the fucking Kentucky and Louisville line. And this is the 1st quarter. Is that what you came up with against Kentucky? Malik just jump over everybody? How fucking pathetic is that? The best play call y'all came up with was jump over the pile. But again, this is why I say toast to BBN. If they wouldn't have done that to us, we would still be arguing about if he got to go or not. So anybody that doesn't think they got to go is either A, they're in good with this department, they're in good with Vince or Coach Satterfield, or they got some kind of connection that benefits them. That's one possibility. Number 2, they don't know anything. They don't know anything about a football program. Those are the only 2 people that after today will be defending this staff. It's not, don't throw it on Brown. Don't throw it on Brown. You thought what Brown and your strength and conditioning coach would win at a high level? You're fucking this wrong. I'm not even mad at Kentucky fans. I'm not mad at my Kentucky brethren. I needed it. Listen, it's like if a kid in the front yard beat my son up, but it was a fair fade. If the next door neighbor and my kid had a problem and they put up both fists and they fought and my kid lost the fight and quit, I would say, come on in the house, son. He got you. And you know what I would do? I would wave at the neighbor and say, Good when it's all good. Then you know what I would do? I would blame myself because I didn't send my kid out there with any hard or tough enough. It's too many parents that won't take that attitude. It's too many people that won't blame themselves on this planet. You won't blame yourself. You want everybody else to be responsible for everything about your life except for you. Period. Period. It's our fault. It's our fault. I mean, listen, we can go say we should have fought for Tom Moore. You know, y'all know how I feel about that. We can say all that. 3 years is enough time to give somebody a chance. But that product, anything that happens after tonight, it's our fault. We made it acceptable. We made it acceptable for Satterfield to blame Brown and them try to bring in Brown after they then suspended Mack for 6 games and bring in some new defensive coordinator and resell us the same shit. It's our fault. If Vince Tyree is an inexperienced AD after year 3 or 4 and doesn't do a good job, it's our fault. I mean, yeah, listen, we were wrongly prosecuted and all that good stuff, but at some point, you gotta grab your hold of your own future, your own university. It'll be our fault moving forward. Because we don't reach out to our boosters and have a relationship. Like, we gotta support our boosters and say, hey, this is unacceptable. I couldn't figure out if I wanted champagne or this. I mean, just not fight, not get off blocks, just pathetic line play. That's funny, Lonnie. Listen, but even then, listen. So listen, some other people moved out of I don't want to say the hood, but some other people moved out Prospect that wasn't born there. Like, everybody can catch an L. But it's the heart that you gotta see. If somebody loses a fight to a better fighter, you should be able to accept that. Like, it's not about your ego as a parent. It's about teaching your kid. And they are soft. We're taught, like, our running backs don't impose the blow. Y'all know what I'm saying. Every time our big man in basketball throws up a soft shot and it gets blocked, I blame the coaches. I get mad at the player, but at the end of the day, our coaches have been putting up with that. Like, you see our running backs, they were just tap dancing. They didn't try to run. Did you notice how every time a Kentucky player got hit, they fell forward? Even their quarterback fell forward every single time. We can't get our running backs to fall forward as much as their quarterbacks. What does that tell you? This is not me whining. This is analyzing. And if Vince Tyree, who's the caretaker of our sports program, can't see something like all Kentucky players finish their plays, that's a mentality. That don't got nothing to do with recruiting. A 3-star running back is finishing his plays. Let me make sure I got everything. Hold on, I gotta see this. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Did y'all hear JJ Weaver's comments? Yeah, I know what you're saying, Lonnie, but yeah. If they lose a fight, it's because you didn't prepare them enough. Don't blame the kids. We all better be able to raise that money. Use it. Any idea we had of being anything other than a good quarterback went out the window today. Yeah, because next year's a cupcake schedule. But here's the problem. That will work. Satterfield has scored 7 points against Kentucky's Chattanooga, and these other teams put up 35 points on Kentucky. We put up 7 game time points, y'all. We put up 7 game time points. Hold on, y'all. Steve just sent this to me. Hold on. Steve just sent this to me. I want to play it real quick. Let me play this really, really quick. Share. Audio, share. So in case y'all wondering why I keep checking my phone.
Why I didn't commit to UK because of Bobby left. And Coach Satterfield, he didn't feel like he wanted me enough. He didn't feel like Bobby put all his into all the instant kids. Coach Satterfield, he didn't feel like he cared for it. But anyway, man, we won BB Nation for life.
Y'all see how he changed that?
UK because of Bobby left. And Coach Satterfield, he didn't feel like he wanted me enough. He didn't feel like Bobby put all his into all the instant kids.
He was emotional about not coming to
UK because of Bobby left. And Coach Satterfield,
Bobby left is why he went to
he
UK. And Satterfield didn't want him.
Bobby put all his into all the instant kids. Coach Satterfield, he didn't feel like he cared.
Y'all hear what he said? He said Bobby put his all into in-state kids. So he felt like Bobby wanted the in-state kids that could play. This happened tonight, y'all.
All the instant kids. Coach Satterfield, he didn't feel like he cared for it. But anyway, man, we won BB Nation for life.
Yeah, he didn't like saying that. He didn't like saying that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that with your own 2 eyes? He said Bobby was gone. That's why he ain't come here. So all these reports that y'all see of Bobby not wanting anything, listen, when Bobby knew they was firing him, that's when he stopped recruiting. It ain't him. It ain't him. What does my gut tell me about what in particular? Listen, ask the questions now, y'all. Listen. Y'all know how it goes. Cheers. Cheers to the secretary, y'all. Cheers. Listen, ask the good questions now, y'all. It's time. Okay, I'm catching up. I know I skipped a lot, y'all, but no lock at everybody else to get ready. Get better. Gonna could make it everyone. Listen, you can see L. Ellis learning on the fly. L. Ellis got a charge. The very next time he got to the basket, he stopped. He reverse pivoted. He hit a bucket in the lane. He's learning on the fly. Good job. Not when he left. When he realized there was nothing he could do to stay here, that's when it happened. Because it's like, listen, you know what that's like at your job? If somebody comes into your job and just says, hey, just start training that guy, and you know that guy's your replacement, I don't care what y'all say. You don't train the guy replacing you. Like, y'all don't lie. Don't come in here tonight and be a liar. If they say, hey, you're probably going to get fired at the end of the month. But look, if you do a really good job of training that kid to do your job, we might keep you. You're going to be like, fuck. That's what happened. And listen, don't hide from it. Bobby Petrino, FCS Coach of the Year instantly. Y'all know it. I know it. They trying to bring Tom Judge in for the Miami job. Y'all know it. I know it. Listen, he went to talk to him after they found out he was going to Kentucky, and after all the city put pressure on him, it was too late then. The same thing happened with my son and Charlie Strong. Charlie Strong didn't call me up until Jalen was until he committed to Tennessee. That's how it works. Listen, Weaver committed to Kentucky. Everybody was like, whoa, what you doing? So now Satterfield, somebody tells Satterfield, hey, you got to go talk to Weaver, man. Like, everybody's pissed. So now he goes to talk to Weaver. By then, Weaver's like, dude, I've been here 6 months. You ain't came to see me. Look, all I got is this little bullshit letter from you. You ain't been here 6 months. That's why he just like stopped what he was saying. It's like, it don't matter now, I'll be BBN for life. But he said, no, Satterfield didn't want me. Bobby wanted me, he left. So make sure you tag all that stuff on Bobby Petrino's jacket too. And tag that miss on Satterfield's jacket. Cheers, Secretary. Yeah, no, listen. I mean, I'm not hating. I'm not killing. Any head coach at Louisville that had Evan Conley ready to replace Malik Williams for 3 fucking years. Your backup answer to Malik Cunningham has been Evan Conley. I don't have to explain this to you. I'm not gonna argue with the keep set crowd. Your backup plan for 3 years. Listen, I'll give you a pass year 1. Year 2, gives a fuck about COVID. There's 1,000. Set with 7-on-7, there's 1,000 quarterbacks with 7-on-7. You fought Evan Conley or that suck ass little McCaffrey who ended up going to Rice. I told Steve this today. Everybody has a blind spot. Y'all heard me say it on the radio show. I have a blind spot for players who played like me because I know what they're thinking. Satterfield's blind spot is quarterback play because he's looking for a tough, unathletic, really tough quarterback that reminds him of Satterfield was a walk-on in college that ended up earning a scholarship. That's why Satterfield has a special place in his heart for walk-ons. Evan fucking Conley is your backup for 3 years? How stupid is that? Don't call me. Don't DM me. If you don't like Braum, it's okay. I don't like Braum. Nobody send me one message about Satterfield being the guy. Don't send me one message. Don't tag me from your fake profile about Satterfield. Evan Conley's your backup quarterback for 3 years. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not arguing with you about it. I'm not having a conversation. It's stupid. It's stupid. Hold on. Let me just say something real quick. It's not a conversation. Yeah, he would take it. Like, and again, if you don't have 3 million, again, it's okay if you don't have the 3 million, but it's okay for me to say you're not doing a good job fundraising. It's not all COVID. I know boosters that love the program. I know what fundraising looks like. I know Cardinal Stadium is a valuable $100 million deal. Easily. You haven't got $100 million off the name yet, and you're saying we don't have the money to pay a $3 million buyout. And I'm saying $3 million. That's joint. That's $2 million for Satterfield and $1 million for Brom. Like, what are y'all saying? Like, everybody in here, tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me the product you saw out there says I want to win in football. Tell me that we're not in the ACC because of Tom Jurgens' commitment to football. So your lack of commitment from football is going to have you out of the ACC and taking steps back. And we've been getting bombarded. We just suspended my coach for something that Penny Hardaway gave a kid $5,000 as a high schooler to move to Memphis. You know what the kid had to do? Pay it back. We just suspended our coach. Penny got suspended for a game. We just suspended our head coach for a fucking month and 6 games because he didn't have a third party in the room when he fired a 30-year-old friend. Like, I don't mind debating, but let's just not be stupid. I don't care. I don't care. If we don't get a new coach, I'll tell you, we have an incompetent committee. And I'm going to just watch football. I'm going to watch a sorry-ass coach football here. I'm going to watch an incompetent president and athletic director, run the program. If Satterfield's not gone, I am going to watch incompetent leadership, but I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be disappointed, but listen, Satterfield's not a bad guy. Neely's not a bad guy, but okay, it's like sometimes y'all ask me, how do I put up with coworkers? Because coworkers just worried about getting their money. Thank God I'm in a position where I don't care about the money. I mean, I never lived like that, but I'm in a position where I don't care about the money. So if somebody is scared to talk bad about Kentucky because they're scared it's going to mess up their money, I mean, I'm going to talk shit about them, but that's a choice they make. If Vince Tyree wants to be the mole for Mitch Barnhart, that's his professional decision. Neely Bendapudi is protecting her own name and her own name brand. That's her individual choice. I mean, there's nothing I can do about them, not knowing how to run a sports program. So I'm not gonna go crazy over it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, this guy's still the coach. Vince Tyree and Neely Bendapudi are incompetent. But listen, I wish them all the fun and success. And when I see my sports teams not getting it done, I'll point everybody to them. But I won't take it personal because there's nothing you can do about it. Anywhere. No, he didn't forget how to coach. Might not mean nothing. And again, they might be joining at the hip. Yeah, we damn sure ain't doing it today. They set the Guinness Book of World Records for the most L's down in one day. Yeah, and again, previous ADs of the University of Louisville would be embarrassed. So embarrassed that they would not, Satterfield would not be the head coach for a bowl game. Yeah, that sucks. Me too. I'm starting to get butt-lit. Y'all better ask me the good questions now. It's rare y'all get to see me this involved. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, just something that simple. Listen, a running quarterback. Malik is a running quarterback. He gets hurt every 3 games, all 3 years. And Evan Conley is your option. He made one good series of plays against Wake Forest, and it's been your option ever since 3 years. It's like, dude, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing about Satterfield. I'm not arguing with Vince Tyree about Satterfield. Listen, because and here's the problem. Like, y'all gotta excuse me. Listen, this is not beef. This is my perspective as honestly as I can put it. In my experience, y'all just hear me out. Don't roll your eyes. Don't go any other direction. In my experience, somebody who supports a black person who does wrong just because they're black, I don't mind telling them, hey man, you wrong. That dude was fucked up. Right? I don't mind telling them that. It's just me. Okay, y'all heard me have a conversation on the show with Nikki Valvano. Nikki has known Dino Gaudio for 30 years. Dino Gaudio is like family. But when Nikki was supporting and giving Dino Gaudio a pass because he's Italian and because he knows him, I said, Nikki, stop right now. If you want other races supporting wrong because they're that race, then just say that. But here's the problem. If Steve defended a white guy because he was white, you'd have a problem with it. If I defended a black guy just because he was black, you would feel some kind of way. So you defending Dino Gaudio and his extortion just because he's Italian and you know him, that's a problem. That's not okay. I feel like the same thing is going on with You Bbn. Listen, we've all been fans of this university for a long time. If You Bbn is making a bad decision about the way she's doing things, but a woman or a woman of a group Neely supports, if you're defending her because she's a woman and because of the group she supports, but you would not defend a man, you would not defend a man who made the same decision like Tom Jurich, then you're the problem. You're just as bad as the sexist, racist, whatever group you don't like, you're just as bad as them. If you're not willing to say, okay, Neely, you're fucking up. Neely, you're screwing up. You don't know what you're doing when it comes to sports, and you need to put the reason you put together the Cardinal, the You Bbn, or the Cardinal Athletic Fund is because you know the president does president things. You don't know shit about getting moved to the ACC and getting your sports done. So when I see people blindly supporting You Bbn because of our politics, I keep the same energy. I keep that the same energy. And speaking of good energy, James wants me to keep on drinking so I can keep on giving y'all the truth. If y'all want to keep hearing the truth, everybody hold up your glasses or your cigars to James G. James G. that roar back, y'all. We are going to get that roar back. Don't worry about it. Well, support the channel if I am. As far as Brom goes, fool me twice, shame on me. I get that. I get that. But here's the problem. Didi, here's the problem with what you're saying. You're saying that Jeff Brom saying, hey, I committed to Purdue to build something. Listen, I just got to Purdue 2 years ago. I don't want to look. They just gave me $50 million to expand my facility. It's just not ready. I made a commitment. I haven't been through one 4-year cycle at Purdue. The least I can do, if I'm Jeff Brom, the least I can do is go through one 4-year cycle at the University of Purdue. I got kids to leave Louisville and commit to me. The very least I can do is get them graduated. Like you act like he chose Purdue over Louisville like it was personal. It wasn't personal. I mean, it wasn't personal against Louisville. He stayed with his first class. 4 years later, he said, listen, I got my first class through. They built the facilities. I beat 2 top 10 teams. I fucked up my rival. All this. I'm ready to go back to Louisville and make it happen. So if you got a problem with Jeff Brom saying, hey, y'all, it's just too soon to leave the school because it's like, what are we doing here? You don't want a coach who stayed at his own school out of loyalty, but what, you're going to keep a coach who smells like he want to leave every chance he gets? You want to get a coach that's going to use Louisville as a stepping stone? And you got a problem with Purdue? Purdue just won 8 games in the Big Ten. He won 8 games in the Big Ten. Didi, like what other issue do you have with Jeff Brom? Because if it's he was loyal to Purdue after his second year at Purdue. He stayed loyal to Purdue because he wanted to finish what he started. If that's a reason not to bring a coach to a place he's from, he played, he knows all the recruits, he's linked up at every place. Like, what are you saying? What's your reason not to hire him other than, oh, he showed too much loyalty to Purdue? That's why you don't want him? That's why you don't want Brom? Because he said, I only been here 2 years and I want to at least see my freshman class graduate. I mean, you understand my position on this? Damn. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm just talking facts. Like, look, now y'all start buying me cocktails. It is what it is. Look, I can't apologize. Look, what I say cannot be held against me in a court of law tomorrow. Other than wanting his hometown, knowing he can recruit his hometown, knowing he can bring greatness back to his hometown, that's all the incentive you need. We lost by 30. And listen, make no mistake about it. Tim Sullivan said 3. If we would have played him last year, it would have been 4. Y'all know they would have blew us the fuck out last year. So while y'all saying 3, I'm saying 4. Because any of y'all know, if y'all know anything about sports or anything about football, y'all know they would have wiped the fucking floor with us last year. So add that 4th game. Actually, cheers to UK again for not playing us last year and still coming to Cardinal Stadium after this year. Cheers, BBN. We needed this. I mean, they got 50 million. Our facility's 30 times better. It's not a gap in talent. Gap in fundamentals. Who put up a good fight, Cards Rock? Not Louisville. Of course, Tactical Bro. Of course. Okay, they're going to look beyond Braun. But again, you're still not saying what's your problem with Braun. Other than him saying, it's, I want to stay at Purdue because I want to see my freshman class graduate. Tell me what your problem with Braun is. You still you ain't done that. Yeah, that was awesome, Cards Right. That was fucking awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, like give me answers. Okay, Max, give me an answer. Give me an answer that's going to take our price and be able to lock down the city instantly. And we know they're going to have an offense that moves the ball. Give me a better answer is what I'm saying. But if you just say, you can say that about any coach. I don't think that coach should answer. Give me a coach, a reasonable price coach that will come to Louisville and put his heart in. I got no problem with you disagreeing that Braun's the guy. No problem. I promise you. But you got to give me a reason why he's not the guy. You got to give me an explanation. He's not the guy because he won 8 games at Purdue. Tell me why he's not the guy. Tell me why you'd rather give Satterfield another year. Or tell me Satterfield's not the guy, but Braun's not the guy because what? It's okay. It won't be a shitstorm for him. Because listen, okay, it's like I can talk to former athletes that some of my coworkers can't talk to. Braun can talk to people that won't get an ear from a Satterfield. Braun just has some certain advantages. Again, if Braun's not your guy, I'm okay with that. But you just got to tell me why. Real reasons. Got to get JJ some run. Got to get Rose some run. Got to get Sidney Curry some run. Yeah, but okay. Is that the only reason that you thought? Because Steve said he would most likely take the job, but at the last second, he said, I want to get my kids through. That's not a good reason, in my opinion. I don't know anything about that. Need to start with fixing the board. Listen, they have got extensions on walls. McDonald, Buzz Boom is awesome. So give Vince Tyree his credit on the other coaches. So I'm not headhunting. Like, let's be clear. I'm not headhunting. It's a conversation. Ed Ogeron, are you okay with another sex scandal? I mean, I am, but most people aren't. No, y'all thought Jalen Withers was playing out of position. I said, no, Jalen's not playing out of position. He's not. He's playing out of aggression. I didn't hear that. If Vince fired him by Monday, yeah. Oh, it's a start. It's a start. But if he goes and brings in another D3 jackass, I'm not going to feel better. 10 years, William. I almost tweeted out. The University of Louisville football program took 4 years step back on a national recognition. Listen, all the national writers were clowning Louisville's football program. Louisville got put behind Cincinnati tonight without question. That's a start. Okay. Do you think that Jeff Braun is an improvement in the recruiting, in the local support? I mean, listen, give me an answer. Don't go rhetorical on Jeff Braun. Say Jeff Braun is not the answer because what? Tell me Jeff Braun is not the answer because he can't recruit. Tell me he's not the answer because of whatever. And then put his resume this year or whatever year against what we got going on here. Tell me. Tell me why. I got no problem having the conversation. Hiring judgment. Okay, that's a good point. Evan Conley's been your backup for 3 years. A fucking walk-on. Evan Conley's a walk-on. Evan Conley has been your second string quarterback for 3 years. He's a fucking walk-on. I mean, no shade at Marshawn Ford, but it's like our school is dependent on Malik, Marshawn, Evan Conley at backup, and some linemen that are backups. Marshawn's a baller, but it's like, dude, like what Satterfield's doing, he found a gym in Marshawn. But you can't make your program on that. You got lucky. You don't even need a Brinks truck. That's the problem. Players only meeting just says, we know we ain't getting it done. That was the most gratifying and embarrassing game I've ever lived through as a Louisville fan. Tonight was the most embarrassing and necessary game that I've ever lived through. In all my time as a Louisville fan, tonight was the most embarrassing and necessary game I've ever seen. I think we can get Braun. But here's the problem. Craig, even if you don't think we can get Braun, there's nothing you can say that says Scott Satterfield and Coach Brown can do anything at this level other than be a nice little team. Other than win 6, 7, 8 games. That's the problem. I know you can't get it done at this level. I saw an offseason. You think speed is the only thing you need on defense because that's what you need at Appalachian State. You scoured the country looking for speed, but you never concentrated on size. You wanted speed and length, but you never concentrated on size. Size matters. Oh. Yeah, we all fans. Yeah, but that can't last. Yeah, but at some point you got to do something about that. Like I said, after this year, I'm going to blame us for putting up with it. Yeah, I agree. William, for the buyout fund and the cheers fund. Everybody, for the buyout, he got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. What's popping, little mama? Online? On my line? Oh shit. I thought I was. My bad. No, I'm not done. Okay. Well, I was mad at my coach, so let me finish Barking on my coach. Yes. Are you still on live? Are you still on live? Yes, I'm still alive. Hold on. Hold on. I'm good. Wait. Connor asked the question, y'all. Connor asked the question. Hold on, let me see. Ooh. Y'all started. Y'all started. Listen, James, if this is what you want to do, do it. But I won't back Can y'all do that drunk? Listen, James G, can you do this drunk? Y'all can't walk a straight line, much less spin a basketball. What if a cop pulled you over and asked you to spin this basketball drunk? And would y'all be able to do it? So can we say I passed my sobriety test thus far? Satterfield's gonna turn me into a damn alcohol. Oh, it was terrible defense. It was terrible offense, though. Yeah. Damn. I don't know how many times I can pull that off. Listen, I do not know how many times I can pull that off, y'all. Because, yeah, y'all purchased me a drink or two. Just, whew. Cheers to BBN. We needed this. Red State Rams fan, catch on up with me. Listen, they're gonna donate 5 at a time until I can't spin that ball no more. Either Cash App, Venmo. Listen, even if it's $2, y'all, $2 until I can't spin the ball no more would be fun. I don't know, $2. I'll be trashed. I'll try to keep up with y'all. Yeah, I think we could. But again, tell me a sensible hire. It's okay not to want Brown. Give me a sensible hire. I mean, again, if you're just mad at him for saying it's too soon for me to go back to Louisville, just say that. But don't say he's not as committed to Louisville as somebody else. Like he's much more committed than Satterfield. Wouldn't you agree that Braun would be 10 times more committed than Satterfield, and he's a better play caller? Okay, put it that way. If you think Braun is not as good of a play caller as Satterfield, tell me that. Tell me that right now. And I'll leave you the fuck alone. If you tell me right now, I think Satterfield is a better play caller than Jeff Brom? Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. At least I know you're serious. Put your name on it. I gotta put my name on everything every day. Tell me you think Satterfield is a better play caller than Jeff Brom. Just play caller. We won't talk about defense, recruiting, anything else. Calling plays. Tell me you think Satterfield's better. Because if you think Satterfield is better, okay, we don't have to fight. But if you know Brom is a better play caller than Satterfield, then our conversation got to start with Jeff Brom. Y'all know it. I know it. But tell me, listen, if you could do better, tell me you could do better. We can do better because there's another guy that can recruit the state better. Okay. I'm not fighting just to fight, y'all. They fucking beat us by 50 fucking points. They beat us by 50 points. Kentucky beat you by 50 points. There is a total between 2019 and this year, and they would have beat you by 50 last year. You have fucking hypothetically lost to Kentucky in 3 years by fucking 140 points. Golly. It's not a conversation. That part's not a conversation. That's not a conversation. This motherfucker's getting wasted. He's getting wasted. And he's telling y'all in a post game, credit to them. The referees are punking you. The other coach, listen, you taking your foot off the gas. We got 21-point leads. You taking your foot off the gas, and we're losing by 20 points. Sorry, dude. I gave you 3 years, and I gave you all the leeway possible. You suck. You suck. The level at which you coach at is not prepared for this level. I'll clean up my verbiage about you suck. You don't suck. Brian Brown could do a good job at other places. Satterfield could do a good job at other places. But the level that we're at and the level we strive to be and the level we pay coaches who are making the next step to top 15. That's who we pay. We don't pay a fucking Appalachian State coach to go 6-6, 7-5. We don't pay for that. Sorry. We don't pay for that. Ernie, you get a good one, my man. Everybody, cheers to Ernie. Ernie W., if I pass out on this camera, you were the one that bought me the last shot to pass out. So forever, Ernie, if you were the guy that gave me that last shot, this is on your resume. Everybody, cheers to Ernie. Or maybe spinning the basketball is just so much in my DNA that even if I was in the grave, I could spin a basketball. I didn't like him saying no either. William, I'm not arguing with you. I didn't like it, but I did understand when he said, I've been at Purdue 2 years. The least I could do, they've never given more than $10 million to Purdue's football program. And they gave Brown $50 million an extension. They said, listen, we can't match Louisville, but we can empty out our bank account to keep you here. That gesture and his freshman class at Purdue, the guys that Rondell Moore and them guys that he got to believe in him at Purdue, his freshman class was a special class, y'all. And he wanted to coach his special class. Everybody who believed in him and said, I'm going to make sure y'all graduate. I'm going to make sure y'all get good jobs. He just said, at the end of the day, I only been here 2 years. They gave me an extension. They donated $50 million to upgrade my program. They believed in me when nobody else did. So if you're mad at Brom about that, that's not a good reason to be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, give me something better, y'all, and I'll talk about it. I don't think so, KD. Ain't nobody giving Mac a hard time this year. I mean, yeah, but we went back and got Bobby Petrino, and he brought us the Heisman. Bobby Petrino didn't suck until they was going to fire him. Bobby 2.0 got us a Heisman Trophy, y'all, and about 3 college game days. Bobby Petrino did more for our national brand than anybody. Okay, so that's like saying I'm an ex-girlfriend who needs your help, but your wife needs your help more. And I'm sorry, my ex-girlfriend. Look, I know I told you I wouldn't do anything for you, girl, but my wife needs me more right now. If you were asking me for another favor other than what you asking me for now, I would help you out. But right now, my wife needs me more. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I'm asking serious questions. Yeah, I just want good answers. I agree. They got. It's not a lateral move if you can lock down the city, though. It's not lateral if Braun can come here and lock down the city. You don't think Jeff Braun can lock down the city of recruits right now? Mel and Trinity, or Mel and St. X, are in the state tournament. You don't think now would be a great time to lock down the state? Mel is about to play at Kroger Field. JJ Weaver was out there getting interceptions against us. Yeah, okay. So, Tom George hired his son. Rick Pitino hired his son. So are you saying you would allow no nepotism? Vince Tyree, his daughter is involved with the buying and selling of the homes that the coaches live in. If no nepotism is involved, you gotta say none of these people here can be hired. Connor, I think I'm past you already. I mean, you think 500, an Appalachian State coach that comes here and is 500, you think that's a sufficient enough to keep your job after 3 years? And getting blown out by your rival by a total of 88 points? You think 88-point blowout differential and your coach being 500? You think that's a good enough record to stay here? It's pretty interesting. Everybody can question Brom. I question him too. But if y'all question commitment of coaches, he's not using this as a stepping stone. A Satterfield, like y'all gonna live through another Satterfield. Y'all was mad that Petrino went to the Falcons. Y'all was mad that Ledford went to the Falcons. Y'all was calling them disloyal. Bro, is the last possible loyal coach you can have. I mean, what do y'all want? Loyal, Hall of Famer, cheap. I question him too. But I know he's better than Satterfield. I know that for a fact. He's a better play caller than Satterfield. Y'all know that. Yeah. Like the people y'all are listening to that are saying support Satterfield. That's why I said they got something to benefit. Why do you think it's the people that hate my show that all of a sudden are saying keep Satterfield now? The people that hate my show are saying give Satterfield another year. I agree. I would tell all of them stay away from Satterfield. I wouldn't advise any of our ex-players to work with him. Who was the other 3%? I don't know. Probably his agent and 2 people in his family and his wife or something. Yeah, I didn't hear that at all. Chadwell from where? They'll beat us again by 50. That's a fact. Again, 4 stars don't matter if you don't put weight on them. We'll get our line pushed around again. And he blamed that on Brown. Maybe. We definitely got an attitude like it's a mid-major. Yeah. Coastal Carolina. That's what we're going to be playing in our bowl game. We're going to be playing the shittiest round of bowl games y'all ever seen in your life. Yeah, JV, sometimes I'm like that. Yeah, here's the thing. I do think that the what do you call it? I think the establishment doesn't want the fan base demanding a change. No, football and basketball coaching searches are hard. And like I said, I think it's been getting leaked out there to like stop asking for other coaches so they can make like Band-Aid patches. But and again, y'all know me. Like I give every coach every opportunity possible. But at some point you just see this and you're like, dude, I would never sit through another year of Satterfield at this school. I would never do that. I would never sit through another year of Satterfield and say, y'all should. Now, if y'all want to say, I just want to go watch football, I say, hey, everybody, let's go watch football. I would never encourage somebody to watch Satterfield coach football again because they're going to win against shitty teams. And any team that's committed to playing physical, straightforward football, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose bad. Y'all saw, listen, think about this, y'all. Y'all still got most of the players that you had 2 years ago. Kentucky's players got bigger, and y'all players stayed skinny and got faster. It's the same players. Their players have turned into men. Our players have stayed skinny and fast. And we got fucking wasted. What don't y'all understand? That was, listen, if Stoops wanted to score 80 fucking points on the University of Louisville, he would have did it. They could have lined up and scored 80 fucking points. If you support a president, an AD, or a coach after you give up 8, listen, before that, we have been beating this team for fucking years straight. 70% years straight. We've been wasting this team. So now, fast forward, a team in 3 years could score 80 fucking points if they wanted to. And they smack you in the mouth. And they punk the refs. Like, it's not a conversation. Start saying, okay, if you want to challenge me, say, Brom is my third place choice, but my first two are this and that. But first and foremost, tonight, the most important conversation is anybody who thinks the Satterfield staff can coach this team is done. It's done. It's done. I mean, period. Period. You just, I mean, Jesus Christ, everybody's pissed. Stop texting me when you're mad at the team. I don't fire coaches like that. I don't fire coaches like that, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Instead of texting, let me call real quick. What you think? Game. So what you think? You ain't come through? Nah, you supposed to come here. Yeah, I said bring him through. I had the bourbon and everything. Oh, okay, you was deep. Yeah, never mind. 50 to 7, 50, 14 or something. Yeah. They put up stupid. It got to the point where they was winning one play and scoring touchdowns. That's what I'm saying. Listen, everybody knew from the beginning. Everybody knew 10 minutes into the game. It's a wrap. You said what? Because they don't know how bad Satterfield is. Vegas don't know that yet. The same team that played the last 2 years is the same team. Okay, they got wasted though. His play calling changed though. He listen, when it gets tight, his play calling tighten up. It was awesome. Oh, okay. So what's Satterfield gonna do next year? You know he just got a 5-year extension, right? He's weak as fuck. Look, I never thought I hear today when you talk like that, man. Listen, you look. The way your dad looked at me when I said these coaches gonna be all right, I'm looking at you like that now. I never thought you would be that. What are you doing? What are you up to? Look, you know my TV fell off the wall, right? Nah, it fell off the wall. Oh! I gotta get off the phone and look. I'm on live. I gotta tell everybody what's going on. Who? No, I'm listening. For real? For real? Listen, let's get together. Yeah, hit me up. All right. He just reminded me, y'all. I gotta tell y'all something before we get out of here. Hold on, y'all. Let me go grab my bag really quick. I gotta I gotta grab something really quick. I gotta tell you, I gotta pass this along. It's really important. Okay. Listen, first and foremost, do me a favor. I don't know why, but please just take a second and hit the thumbs button. It doesn't cost any money. Y'all thumbs work well. Y'all are regular good humans. You have plausible thumbs that you can hit the like button, right? Please hit the like button. That's one thing. Number two, my boy Dwayne is so funny. So every time I don't make a night show, it's hold on. Hold on. Okay. Every time I miss a night show, it's because I done went out and hung out with Dwayne a little bit. That was Dwayne. He's defending Scott Satterfield. It's pretty funny. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was off the camera. Okay. For later today, Wait till the coaching carousel starts up. And he said Kim's with a union or something. Yeah, he's just not ready for this level. Brom would have us in the playoffs in 3 years. He's a good coach. We also got a wildcat running our program. Yeah, like if he don't make the moves that say I'm committed to the University of Louisville, again, a couple of years back, I used to get real mad because I thought people were putting money first in their lives. But it's like I stopped getting mad about that because, I mean, I learned not to expect people to live by the same morals I live by. So that was the point. It's going to be a lot of good jobs. Okay. So, listen, y'all. Hold on. So, we're in the holiday season, right? Okay. We are in the holiday season, which means y'all going to be buying gifts. Y'all going to be doing some rearranging. All this good stuff, right? I need to pass along some information for y'all. Okay, bang. Okay. So this is what I did this morning. 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning. RL Finch Sr., 502-224-5580. Hey, y'all. If y'all don't want to go through mainstream people that are going to charge you an arm and a leg, listen, in 2021, everybody needs a guy. Needs a guy that can do it all and won't charge you an arm and a leg. Okay, let me put it this way. This guy, during his daytime, he works for a corporation. Look, I don't want to say the corporation because I don't want to put him on blast. But this guy works and does professional things you need around the house. Wiring, cable, all kind of stuff around your house. Maintenance around the house. This guy literally does everything you need around the house. Listen, if you don't want to pay, again, if you don't want to pay an arm and a leg, and you need a TV hung, if you need some wiring done, some wiring to put your sound system through something, like this dude does this for a living during his day job. And when he's not on his day job, he doesn't mind coming in and doing what he does during his day job when it's not on his day job. Everybody needs a plug like this guy. Hey, y'all, he came through. I had all the equipment. He put it together instantly. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, y'all, he put a 65-inch up in 13 minutes, and he was mad at me because I didn't want him to do more. My 65, listen, if you got a woman and you want to surprise her with some floating shelving or some furniture, if you need anything done in your crib, anything, if you need anything done, if you need anything done in your house, you call this number. If he can't do it, he will tell you he can't do it. If he can do it, he'll tell you he can do it, and he'll tell you exactly how long it took. This guy, hit me up and said, I got you. I can do what you need done. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I got to take care of him. But I'm telling y'all, listen, 8:30 in the morning. He's on time. He's in. He's out. Boom, boom, boom. What you need. He was so clean. He was so clean. And like, again, everybody needs a guy. Hey, I need this TV hung up. Hey, man, I need this shelf put in. I need this business furniture put in. I need this put together. I need this, man. Hey, y'all, he comes with the bag. He comes in. This is what he does, y'all. He'll come into your house and he'll go, okay, so what you want it to look like? And you say, oh, this is what I want. This is what I want. And he goes, all right, give me 15 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. 15 minutes later, you like, damn. So in my living room, when I sit on the couch, I got this big ass TV. And listen, y'all, my TV, it tilts and mounts. That shit, I mean, it's huge. My TV is wall to wall. Y'all know when I move my TV, I gotta go up to my TV. Like I gotta move it like Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune. And I'm telling y'all, he did that shit instantly. Go back and look at this. Call this number. If y'all need a guy, if y'all just need a guy, again, you can call the company and they can rip you off, or you can say, hey, I just need a guy. This is a plug. This is a plug. Now go back and look at the card. You can go back. Y'all really just need the number. Hey, and listen, y'all, in his daily job, he drives around the city, the county. He goes and does work for people all day long. So he's familiar with every address, every area, everything. He gets the job done, y'all. Go back and look at that number. Call that number. Tell him what you want. He'll give you a price. He'll give you a time. He will show up on time. He will have his toolbox. He will boom, 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 and he will be gone. Listen, I can't do nothing more for y'all. Listen. What y'all want me to say? What else do y'all want me to say? Y'all need a guy who knows a guy who gets shit done without it being difficult, get it done. Now, if y'all need a guy who wants to sit in there and you got to call the company and they got to get your phone number, then you got to, what's it called? And you got to get you got to give them an email and a phone number. And then you got to say, we will be at your home within 2 hours and 75 minutes. And y'all got to go through that. And it's like, within 2 hours and 75 minutes, I'm going to be here all day. Listen, I got a guy who says, hey, I'll be there in 15 minutes. You say, okay. 15 minutes. Boom. Is this where you want it? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Is that how you want it? Can you move to the left a little bit? Boom, 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 boom. That's perfect. That's perfect. Boom. Mounting. Again, Lauren already told me I need freestanding shelving, and he's gonna have to come back and he's gonna do the wall for me. And I'm saying he's gonna do it. He said he would do it. I gotta ask him to do it. But he's gonna do my shelving for whatever trophies or whatever man cave. You want to put speakers on shelves. Look, he was dying to hook up sound systems behind my TV and make plates and all kind of stuff. Y'all like, he's the plug. Cheers to Coach Mac. Welcome back. 100%, y'all. Get out of here, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Hit the like button before you leave. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the like button. Y'all keep me here tonight. We'll be here tomorrow. I'm not supposed to do a show on Sunday, but I probably will, just on principle. But if I don't, I'll be out with Dwayne. Y'all get the point. We'll sit around and we'll